Hey, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Your favorite fishing expert is here, and boy, do I have some exciting news for you as we dive into the forecast for November 3rd, 2025. It's a day that promises to be nothing short of an adventure on the water, with conditions that could lead to some truly memorable catches. Get ready, because I'm about to reveal why this Monday could be one of those you should have been there days, or perhaps a masterclass in adapting to the fish's whims. This isn't just another day on the calendar, it's a prime example of late fall fishing where the fish are active, but the conditions demand smart tactics. We're looking at a time when cooler water starts to concentrate fish, making them hungry, but also a bit particular. I'll promise you this, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to cast your line and what bait to tie on to maximize your chances, no matter what surprises the fish throw your way. This period, just 2 days before the full beaver moon, is often a fantastic window for active feeding, and we're going to break down exactly how to capitalize on it. Now let's talk about what's biting and how to outsmart them on November 3rd, 2025. We'll focus on 3 fantastic species that should be active across different parts of our great country. First up, for all you freshwater fanatics, it's all about the sei largemouth and smallmouth bass. As water temperatures continue their cooling trend into the low 60s and high 50s in many regions, bass are in full-on feeding mode, bulking up for winter. Where to look for them? Look for largemouth bass around shallow cover, such as fallen timber, brush piles, and weed lines that still receive sunlight. As the day progresses and the water warms slightly, they might move to the edges of deeper drop-offs. Smallmouth will be congregating on high spots, humps, and steep, defined points, especially those near deeper water, from just a few feet down to about 15 feet. They're pushing baitfish into these areas. What to catch them on? For largemouth, a Texas-rigged jig or a shallow diving crankbait in crawfish patterns will be deadly. Try green pumpkin or black and blue jigs. For smallmouth, jerkbaits are absolutely killer this time of year, as are swimbaits and spoons when you find them schooled up. Vary your retrieve to find what they prefer. Next, for our coastal and brackish water buddies, let's talk striped bass, TT, or rockfish, as some of you call them. This is prime time for stripers as they undertake their fall migrations. Where to look for them? Keep an eye out in larger bays, estuaries, and nearshore waters. They'll be actively chasing baitfish. The best places to find them are often indicated by diving birds. Look for bait balls pushed to the surface or along channel edges and depth contours. Structure like bridge pilings, jetties, and artificial reefs are also excellent ambush points. What to catch them on? Throw large topwater plugs in the early morning or late afternoon if you see them breaking the surface. Otherwise, soft plastics like paddle-tail swimbaits on jig heads, bucktails, or metal spoons will get the job done. If you find big schools, don't hesitate to toss out a big fluke or a sassy shad. Finally, for those in the warmer southern coastal waters, the spotted sea trout are calling. Where to look for them? As water temperatures cool, sea trout move onto shallow grass flats near oyster bars and grassy potholes to ambush prey. You'll find them in waters less than 4 feet deep. Deeper boat docks, bridges, and channels can also hold them. Key to what to catch them on. Live shrimp, pinfish, or croakers fished on a Carolina rig or under a popping cork are traditional winners. For lures, try soft plastic shrimp imitations like DOA shrimp or savage shrimp, fished very slowly. Topwater lures can also produce explosive strikes on the flats, especially in the mornings. Now for the nitty-gritty, let's talk about the conditions for November 3rd, 2025. Weather. Across much of the United States, we're anticipating a generally cool, crisp fall day. Temperatures will likely be in the low to mid-50s Fahrenheit in many northern and central regions, possibly reaching the 60s in the south. Overnight lows could dip into the 30s or 40s. Atmospheric pressure is expected to be stable or slowly falling, which, my friends, is usually a good sign for active fish. A steady or slowly dropping barometer often triggers a feeding response as fish sense a change is coming. Wind will likely be moderate, perhaps from the north or northwest, bringing that cooler air. There's a low chance of widespread heavy precipitation, but localized showers are always a possibility in early November. Remember, a slowly falling barometer can signal good feeding, but a rapid drop usually sends fish seeking shelter. Water temperature. The big trend for November 3rd is cooling water. In many lakes and reservoirs, temperatures will be in the upper 60s, dropping into the low to mid-60s or even high 50s. Coastal waters in the south might still be in the 70s or even low 80s, while northern coastal areas will see temperatures in the low 60s or 50s. This cooling forces fish to seek out warmer pockets. Think rocky areas, shallower wood, or sun-exposed flats, or to move to deeper, more stable thermal zones. This temperature shift is crucial. It boosts their metabolism and makes them want to eat. Moon phase. On November 3rd, 2025, the moon will be in a waxing gibbous phase, nearly 95% illuminated. This is just 2 days shy of the full moon on November 5th. Popular fishing wisdom often links the waxing gibbous and full moon periods with increased fish activity, especially around dusk and dawn, due to stronger tides and increased nocturnal feeding. Many anglers believe that the brighter nights associated with a nearly full moon can make for excellent fishing, often stimulating feeding frenzies as fish take advantage of the increased visibility. Overall fish activity. Generally speaking, fish will be in a late fall mode, actively transitioning to their winter patterns. Many species are packing on the pounds, leading to an excellent feeding window. Bass, crappie, and many coastal species like striped bass, redfish, and trout will be active. However, as the weather is prone to sudden changes in November, some fish might be a bit more finicky, moving frequently. Expect both aggressive feeding and periods of caution, requiring you to adapt your presentation. Considering all these factors, the stable to slowly falling barometer, cooling but still active water temperatures, and a nearly full moon stimulating fish activity, I'm giving the overall fishing assessment for November 3rd, 2025, a solid good to excellent, with the potential for a truly memorable day if you hit those feeding windows. The fish are hungry, friends, and ready to bite, but you'll need to be observant and adapt to find them. So, my friends, that's the lowdown for November 3rd. Get out there, enjoy the crisp air, and make some memories. Remember, a bad day of fishing is still better than a good day at work, right? So tight lines, everyone, and may your nets be heavy. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on future tips and tricks. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to baits for late fall fishing? What's the biggest fish you've ever caught in November? I love hearing your stories.